Hello again, team. Hey, thanks for joining me on this GLMV monster project again. So I was just thinking before I made that last video, some of you may not know how to load Lisp routines, let alone use them, so I figured I'd make this video to help you understand. So these Lisp routines are essentially custom programs that I was able to create using AutoLisp language. And essentially it just kind of automates the picking and the clicking and stuff that you have to do manually. If you don't know how to use them, as you saw earlier, almost all the Lisp routines that I made, I gave them prefix of GLMB, and depending on the one you want, you just select them from the list or just type it out. So how do you get these into AutoCAD? So I'm using AutoCAD 2019. I can't demonstrate it using AutoCAD 19, but I can demonstrate it for you using, for example, AutoCAD 2020. All right, so you'll be doing this in 2019. The process is exactly the same. There's no difference here. I just want to ensure that you guys, first of all, know where to get them. So if I open up my my Google share. Oh, where is it? There it is. Why is that window so small? It's weird. Okay, so you'll navigate to the project and the files under GLMV. You'll see a Lisp directory. Now in here you're going to see some script files, with an extension file, extension SCR. Those are script files. I think you can ignore them, but the ones that you are going to want are the Lisp files. They have a file extension LSP. Larry, Sam, Paul. All right, so just download these files, locate them on your hard drive somewhere that you're going to be able to navigate to and remember, maybe on your desktop, a subfolder on your desktop or something like that. Once you're in AutoCAD 2019, okay, so once you're in AutoCAD 2019, I'm using AutoCAD 2020 as the example here, but you'll do the same thing, okay? You type appload into the command prompt. The shortcut is AP, A as in Apple, P as in Paul, appload. And it brings you to the screen. So you're going to navigate to wherever you saved those Lisp folder, the Lisp files. You navigate to that folder, and then you just load them in. I'm going to suggest that you do both of these tricks. You definitely want them in your startup suite. This way it'll avoid you from having to load them every single time. So here's how you do that. Click on the contents of the startup suite, okay? And you'll see that if you haven't ever loaded Lisp routines, it'll be blank. But what you'll want to do is you'll want to navigate to that Lisp folder wherever you saved it. And then you're going to grab these files. And I can't remember if you can do multiple or just one at a time. Okay, so in this case, I'll just do multiple, and you'll see that they're added. All right. Now, the best practice is to just shut it down. Okay, just shut it down, and then relaunch a new file. And you're going to get this security warning saying, hey, there's a Lisp routine that's wanting to load up with you. Do you want to allow it? It happened in 2004, 2005. There was some viruses that people were programming in Lisp language within AutoCAD. It was this big thing. So Autodesk had to put this little check, this security check in here. I haven't written any viruses in the Lisp. Promise, Boy Scouts honor. But then you just want to always load, for example, GLMV 15C, always load. And it's going to ask you for every one. You just hit always load. And from now on, you should not be receiving these messages for these Lisp routines, right? So if I close it out and if I start a new drawing, you shouldn't get those messages anymore. I've seen it on occasion where it will pop up again, but maybe that's me because I'm writing them and I'm modifying them. But for you guys, you shouldn't have to deal with it. Anyway, so I wanted to show that to you. And one more time in closing, it's A as in Apple, P as in Paul, AP. It's the shortcut for the appload dialog box here. This loads and unloads applications. So what you'll do is you'll set them up in your startup suite. So every time you open a new drawing, those Lisp routines are automatically in there. And essentially they're just extensions, automated pathways to get you working a little bit faster. So that's the startup suite. If you don't know how to load up the Lisp routines, that's where you will do it, okay? So again, referring to this sheet, this Lisp order sheet, you should have everything you need with the Lisp routines and the custom commands. Do them in the following order. Start with the automated, then move to the manual grind, and then move finally to the QA QC. All right, guys, let me know if you have any trouble with it. I will be around. Text me on my mobile, email me, or get a hold of me through Zoom. I'm usually at my desk and readily available. Okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If I'm not available for whatever reason, maybe I step away, talk to Colton Haney. He's got these Lisp routines and he's got the process down pretty well. Okay? All right, guys. Again, thanks again, and I appreciate your help.